Greetings, redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, the one, the only Red's View. Of course, I am your gracious host, the only J Red. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. We had a little malfunction. That's why I'm kind of looked up like that, just because we had a little malfunction on this program that I use. They said it was unexpected traffic. So I guess they created some resources to help it out. But anyway, we're here. We're live in full effect, live and direct. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this terrific Tuesday. Hopefully, everybody has been having a great start to their week and will have a productive week to continue on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to cover. But first off, before I begin this video, make sure that you do me a favor, hit that like button. Go ahead, hit that like button right now if you're watching. And it's okay to hit the dislike button too, because it's okay to be anti-red. It's okay to disagree with me. So if you know that I'm gonna get on here and talk about stuff and you don't like my viewpoints, it's okay to hit the dislike button. I love it. All publicity is good publicity, kind of. But anyway, also, if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure that you hit that share button. Do me a favor, hit the like button as well. And feel free to chime in, join in on the discussion in the comment section. Join in and let's talk, because we have a lot to cover. And also, if you are on YouTube right now and you're not subscribed to the channel, what on earth are you waiting for? What the hell are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Subscribe to youtube.com/ResView is going across your screen right now. All right, man. So, like I said, it's a hefty conversation we got to talk about. Oh, Laker for life. What's up, bro? Hadn't seen you in a while, man. Where you been? I hope you've been checking out the replays, because I haven't been seeing you on the lives recently. We've been having a lot of discussion and stuff like that. But Laker for life, hopefully you've been doing good, player. So join in on the conversation, man. So tonight's discussion is this one. If you're looking on YouTube and you see the thumbnail, or if you're on Facebook and you saw the event, you see that Kendrick Lamar is on the front and looking at the owl. He's looking directly at the owl. I had to think and make sure that it wasn't the caged bird, but it's the owl. He's looking at the owl like this, with his hair kind of like mine. He's a little longer. But anyway, the question of the night, the topic of discussion is, can Kendrick handle being number one? Can Kendrick Lamar handle being number one? Now, the reason I'm saying that is because we know he crushed Drake. All right. He slaughtered Drake, and he kept digging him more and more. It kept getting deeper and deeper. Pause. And he released his video, Not Like Us, to put the icing on the cake. Now, we thought the concert was something, but to further bury Drake, he released a Not Like Us video that debuted was the fourth Wednesday or Thursday? Last Wednesday, whenever the 4th of July was. I think it was the last Thursday. But yeah, man, he delivered the video, and boy, the video delivered. If you watched it, comment and let me know what you thought about the video. There were some Easter eggs. Now, before we get into the main discussion, I want to talk about the Easter eggs that was in the video. I thought the video was phenomenal. I saw it was nothing but great feedback. Of course, it's slaughtering YouTube records right now. It's the highest stream. Kendrick, with the releases of Not Like Us and Euphoria, he's just been dominating, breaking records here and there. So let me pull up the Easter eggs that Double XL Magazine had put in here, and you can let me know if you've seen any of the other Easter eggs that we may be missing out on. So I'm sharing my screen with you right now. These are the Easter eggs. So it says obvious, dropping on July 4th. Kendrick dropped, and forgive me because there are going to be a lot of these ads, and it makes the program kind of go a little slower. But yeah, he dropped this on the 4th of July, obviously. The Pop Out concert was on Juneteenth, so he dropped that on July 4th. So not only did he say Drake wasn't black on Juneteenth, but he's saying that you're not American on July 4th. So that's one of them. The obvious, it says Kendrick raps lyrics from unreleased song. I'm gonna get to that one. People have been calling it stargazing, but he raps like this: I'm reincarnated. I'm a stargazer. No, I'm sorry. I'm reincarnated. I'm a stargazer. Life goes on. I need all my babies. Woke up looking for some broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That's Kamasi. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's dope. I can't wait to hear that track. When he played that track in the beginning of the video, I was like, I gotta have that song. So hopefully he's gonna drop that soon. I think it might be on his album. So what is it? Dave Free directed the Not Like Us video. Yes, Dave Free, the same Dave Free that Drake was taunting him about, making up lies, saying he slept with his wife and the kid wasn't his. Dave Free, his longtime partner, appeared in the video. So he appeared in the video with the all-white shirt when they were front with those containers, and he also directed the video. But this one right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the one that put the icing on the cake. The joyful family cameo from Whitney Alford and the kids. So the fact that Whitney appeared in this video, y'all, like, this further made Drake look bad, because the only thing that Drake has been able to do is talk about Kendrick's size and talk about making up stuff. Now people saying that Kendrick made up the stuff too. I think that both of them came up with some stuff, that they're all allegations, and it's just about whose lie was the best at the end of the day. But with Kendrick having Whitney in that video, and the smart thing he did was he put out 4 photos, I think it was 4 or 5 photos of the video hours before the video dropped. So you had the whole day to talk about it. And what people were doing when they saw this picture of him and Whitney standing there, they were like, oh, he made her take that picture. Oh, she looks so unhappy. Oh, he got a gun to her back. Oh, the cameraman made her smile or whatever. People are very, a lot of these people are victims. Women can be victims and they're doing stuff against their will, all this stuff. But boy, oh boy, once they saw Whitney dancing in that video, crip walking with the kids, they couldn't say nothing. So that just debunked everything Drake was talking about. Kendrick has a happy family. Obviously, the kids were dancing. They did it in like that old school grandma house. Yeah, it wasn't no mansion at all. It looked like somewhere where they met up. Maybe they snuck and used to have sex or broke their virginity there or whatever. It looked like somebody's grandma's living room. It was so dope. You could tell it was back in Compton in the neighborhood. So it just put the icing on the cake. It debunks everything Drake was talking about in Family Matters. The fact that Dave Free was in the video, and then him and his fiance, not his wife, but his fiance, appeared at the very end, and they're having a good time dancing. What Tia Kemp say? Oh, ain't nobody studying Tia Kemp, man. I'm not even gonna give her no attention. I was thinking about talking about her, but I said I'm not even gonna give her any attention later for life. So, but anyway, let's look at some more. Let me go back. So we had Whitney joyfully dancing in the video. This was obvious if everybody saw the OVO flower, the pinata. I'm sorry, the OVO owl, the pinata. And this is the part was like wop, 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 wop. So he was tearing that up. Then this was the cage owl, Now, this right here, man, this just really just slammed the coffin on Drake, because it was so symbolic of everything. This feels like it wasn't just Drake in the cage, but just the whole, you need streaming numbers. It matters what the industry says, all this stuff. Like Kendrick buried all of that. It was really Kendrick versus the industry. So to me, this symbolizes the industry being caged in. Real rap is back, even though Drake had to be the owl in the cage. So it says another shot at Drake. Kendrick closes out his Not Like Us music video by showcasing the owl in the cage. The owl signifies Drake OVO sound, blah, 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 blah. So these are the other ones. Okay, obvious. Kendrick's hopscotch dance, his hopscotch dance. So the part where he says a minor, I didn't pick up on that at first. But when I was looking at Twitter, he was hopscotching, and that was on the minor part. Now, you already know when people play hopscotch and they doing all that, that is significant because kids do that. If you grew up on a block, y'all made that, you're doing hopscotch, that's what that signified a kid. That symbolizes a kid, right? What else we got? Drake's Family Matters and Shiesty Mask reference. So if you remember Drake's project that he dropped called the demo tape, he's on the front cover with a ski mask, just looking very zesty on there. In this setting, this lighting and stuff. So Kendrick is right there, and I think on this part he says certified boogeyman. I think certified boogeyman. I'm the one that upped the score with him. So when Drake was trying to get him, he flew away. And it was somebody right here in the Compton hat. I'm not sure exactly who that was. So that's that. Cell Block 1, Kendrick was in there doing push-ups like Drake told him to do. The irony. So he's doing push-ups saying, hey, Drake, I hear you like him young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1. So Also, if you saw him do the push-ups, I know you've seen years ago, Kendrick was doing like a prison workout or prison yard workout where he was doing push-ups, getting up, doing something else, going down, doing push-ups and stuff. And then he went and he was listening to some Al Green or some 70s music working out. That's when everybody was like, you shouldn't mess with a dude who do some stuff like that. So this is what that scene symbolizes. DeMar DeRozan, you see him right there. So you already know what that symbolizes. Then you got this is the possible Mustard Toronto Blue Jays hat, his Blue Jays hat. Now, Mustard denied these claims that he was trying to get at Drake with his Toronto Blue Jays hat. He said that on Big Boy, we have to take it with a grain of salt because it's the irony that you have that on while you're on the diss song. You know, you produce that diss song with Drake. So the fact that you, out of all hats you could have wore, you wore that in the video. He denied it, but I believe that it was intentional. Now, this one right here is what got the internet buzzing, y'all. It says shipping containers implying child trafficking. I had no idea about this. It says Kendrick is seen rapping alongside Dave Free in front of some shipping containers. Fans begin to note that the shipping containers tied in with human trafficking, and that as a result, Kendrick was accusing Drizzy of trafficking young girls. This is a stretch considering no such allegations have been brought up, blah, blah, blah. But they said that they used these on The Wire. Did anybody used to watch The Wire? I never got a chance to really just sit down and watch it. Shout out to Justice Harmony. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. He is a genius. But they said that this was like from The Wire, or was it Euphoria? I think it was The Wire. I don't know. So that's that one. And one other thing, if you look at the end of the video on the credits, y'all, it, you know, when it has Dave Free, produced by Dave Free, directed by Kendrick Lamar, Dave Free, and all that, it's almost the same font as Drake's Honestly Nevermind album. Go and look at that. I think that was intentional. That wasn't no reach, but it symbolizes, it's very identical to Drake's font that he used on Honestly Nevermind. So all in all, phenomenal video, great video. I enjoyed it. Man, it was everything that I wasn't expecting it, but it was shot in the traditional Kendrick Lamar style, and I appreciated the video. I loved it. And the fact that he dropped it on July 4th, I did not see that coming at all. So not only is Drake not black on Juneteenth, right? He's a culture vulture on Juneteenth, but he dropped it on a significant holiday with 4th of July. This is all planned, man. This is all planned, and he dropped it. And I'm telling you, man, I was eating my 4th of July dinner. No, I happened to be scrolling on YouTube, and I saw it was released within 2 minutes. I said, "Oh shit!" And I immediately clicked it. I immediately shared it on Facebook, and we just watched it. It was dope. It was dope. So, bravo to Kendrick Lamar. Now, the real question is, now that Drake is out the way, right? Can Kendrick handle being number one? This battle with Kendrick winning, you heard me say this week by week by week that this is the biggest rap battle of all time. So the fact that Kendrick Lamar defeated the biggest rapper, I ain't gonna say the biggest rapper of all time, but in this day and age, yeah, he defeated the biggest rapper of all time, right? That makes him the biggest rapper now, right? Not saying that he's gonna outsell Drake. I'm not saying that he's going to make more hits than Drake, but what I can say is that he has that number one spot, meaning all eyes are on him. Now, all eyes are on Drake, but all eyes are on Drake for Drake to mess up. Nobody's expecting Drake besides Drake fans to make a comeback from this. I think, like I said before, that Drake needs to sit this out and wait till next year. You know, he can release music, but everything he does is going to be very critical and compared to Kendrick Lamar. Now, Kendrick Lamar, he's in the hot seat right now. Will he deliver? What will his next album sound like? Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I'm thinking that Kendrick is going to have the most commercial sounding album he's ever had. Thank you for that heart, by the way. Kendrick is going to have the most commercial sounding album he's ever had. I think the most commercial, the closest one he's had to like the most commercial sounding may be Damn, I want to say. But this one is about to be off the charts. And the reason I say that is because if you hear that track that played in the beginning of Not Like Us, the Stargazing track, oh my God, like that sounded like another Mustard beat. And Mustard went on Big Boy's Neighborhood. Well, I don't know if it's called Big Boy's Neighborhood or whatever, but Big Boy TV, Neighborhood TV, whatever it is. He interviewed Mustard, and Mustard said that he sends Kendrick beats all the time. He sends Kendrick hundreds of beats all the time, exclusively for Kendrick Lamar. So with Not Like Us about to be number one again on the Billboard charts. I don't know if you know this, but it's challenging to be number one on the Hot 100 charts. And they already had saw this last time. They said something about this a couple of weeks ago, saying that when he drops this video, it's probably going to be number one because it never has fell out the top 10. Listen, it's been 2 months since this has came out, and it's still on the top 5. I don't think it even came off the top 5, but it's number 3 right now. So it's challenging for the number 1 spot, which I know it'll get. But will his next album be full of bops? I think they're going to be full of bops. I think that he's going to have a lot more radio friendly songs. Now, he's still going to be Kendrick. He's still going to connect all the songs and you'll be able to piece them together and tell a story and all that. But since everybody was talking so much trash, or I ain't going to say everybody, but see, Kendrick fans already know. The industry really knows, but a lot of Drake fans were making the argument that Kendrick ain't no hit maker. They don't play Kendrick in the club. Man, I ain't never heard nobody come in the car and say, man, turn that Kendrick Lamar on. I ain't never heard nobody say that, which is all cap. They acting like Humble wasn't number 1. They acting like he ain't never have all the stars with SZA. They acting like Money Trees wasn't hot. Swimming pools. They already know it's cap, right? But I think that with Kendrick this time, if I was him, I would focus on making songs that is going to play everywhere to get all the naysayers. Because that's the narrative that they tried to paint. That Kendrick ain't no hit maker, he can't make hits and all this other stuff, which is all cap. It's all cap. Just because the man took a break and he's not active as Drake, is not as active as Drake, don't mean that he don't make hits. He has a hit with Drake, Poetic Justice. You know what I'm saying? So Kendrick, the ball is in his court, and I think that he'll deliver because people I saw on Twitter that somebody made up a dance already to that stargazing track. They were doing that, hey, like that mustard on the beehole, I'm stargazing. You know how that beat drop and stuff. So I think that since people are already making TikTok dances or Twitter dances to this thing right here, man, just imagine once he drops that track, it's gonna be a hit. And I'm not saying he's gonna have an album full of mustard beats, but I'm telling you, judging from that stargazing track, it's an unreleased song. We don't know if it's going to drop, but if he has songs that are just like that through the whole album, you know how hard that's going to go. The ball is all the way in his court right now, and he could just get all the doubters, all the naysayers, get them up, put them in a barrel, and just throw it in the river. It'll be over with. You said we're about to see. I remember when Mr. Morale dropped and everyone said how trash and mid it was. And now he's the new savior. Proof that, yep, they do have a short-term memory. Now, I didn't enjoy that album. It was a cool listen, but that's my least favorite Kendrick Lamar album. You said that would be a smart move because the average listener don't want to hear Lyrical Miracle. Yep. Yeah, they get bored and all this other stuff. Yeah, exactly. But Good Kid, Mad City, that got nothing but rave reviews. Damn, got nothing but rave reviews. The only one that they said was a sleeper was To Pimp a Butterfly and Mr. Morale. But To Pimp a Butterfly is my favorite Kendrick album. I've said this before that I became a Kendrick fan once To Pimp a Butterfly came out. That's one of the best albums in hip hop I've ever heard. You know, definitely a classic. But this one, I'm not saying it's going to be a classic. Who knows? Kendrick has arguably 3 classics under his belt. But this right here is going to be a defining moment in his career. And yes, it is because of Drake. It is because of Drake. So what? Yes, Nas had his comeback from Jay-Z. When Nas put out Ether, man, and Ether was so hot and so popular, he put that on his album Stillmatic, and it revived his career. Kendrick fell off in the public eye, but he didn't really fall off to his fans. He had just did a sold out tour that he was the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time until Drake came out and broke that record. But people have, amnesia when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. So he's about to prove all the haters and the doubters wrong. Just imagine if he has an album full of slaps like Not Like Us, an album full of bops like you got Money Trees and all this other stuff, the songs like he has with Rihanna, Loyalty. If he got an album full of that and is still catering to his core audience by being lyrical and stuff like that, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's what Not Like Us was for. Not Like Us was to show his capability of being like a Drake if he wanted to. This was the first time Kendrick ever got on a mustard beat. This was the first time Kendrick had a Mustard. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Mustard said that. I know this is the first time he had a song exclusively produced by Mustard of his own. I'm not sure if he hopped on a remix that Mustard did or whatever, but this is Kendrick's first beat from Mustard. And you see that it is breaking records right now. You see it's breaking records right now. Shout out to Kevin T. What you say, K. Next album is going to be bangers, no doubt. The broccoli snippet. Yep, exactly. That's what I was just talking about. People are calling it stargazing right now because he's saying I'm a stargazer or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm stargazing. So yeah, that album, man, commercially is about to be his most commercial or potentially most commercial sounding album, and it's gonna shut all the haters up. All them songs are gonna chart, and this is theoretically speaking. If all of them sound like the broccoli snippet or the stargazing snippet that we were talking about, if the album is full of slaps like that, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And we already know he's been working on that album. You said if Drake and Kendrick switch careers, do you think Kendrick could carry the game for 15 years? Yeah, I do. He already proved that he could. Yeah, he just doesn't care about. See, when Kendrick is a traditional artist, Drake is to an extent, he just is untapped potential. If Drake wanted to have classic albums and focus and release albums every 2-3 years like Kendrick does, Drake could do that. Ab-Soul just tweeted saying that Drake could redeem himself if he is the MC I know that he is. See, me, I don't dislike Drake. I dislike what Drake, his limited potential. I've been wanting a straight up hip hop album from Drake since he began. Since his career began, I've been wanting that, but he's never given it to me. So if you switch the roles, he even said that. You remember he said on the 100 song with Game, he said, I could have all your fans if I was doing that conscious shit or whatever he said. I'm paraphrasing. So Drake could do it and Kendrick could do it. Kendrick could be a Drake. Kendrick already showed you, hey, I can make a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like at the snap of a finger. Kendrick, when he demolished Drake, he got him on a lyrical side. He got him on a with Meet the Grams, that's super lyrical, right? Alchemist beat, he's traditionally hip hop. Then Euphoria, energetic. Then Not Like Us, come on, man. And then he had, for the straight up hip hop listeners, 616 in LA. That always gets overlooked. So yes, in reverse, Drake could do that if he wanted to. And in reverse, now Drake is not a better rapper. He's definitely not a better rapper than Kendrick, but Drake could do the stuff that Kendrick does. I feel like both of them could do that. So yeah. When do I think the album is going to drop? I have no idea. But when that thing does drop, man, this is going to be a pivotal point in his career. And Kendrick has been out for years, for over a decade. So this is going to be big, man. I can't wait. You said I don't like what Drake represents, which is entitlement. Absolutely. And that's what Kendrick was battling. It wasn't just Drake, Aubrey Graham, the person, which he did call him a pedophile and all that, but it was the industry. That's the main thing that I got from it. He showed the industry. He was Goliath, right? I'm sorry. He was David. Drake and the industry was Goliath. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Kendrick did his thing, man. He did his thing. I know Laker for life. You've been bumping that Not Like Us. I know you have. But yeah, man, the ball is in his court. I think Kendrick will deliver. I think he will, and I'm excited. So yeah, but speaking of Kendrick and Drake, let's talk about Academics. Now, Academics appeared. He's been talking, you know what I'm saying, with about Drake, and he's been in shambles right now. And let me show you what your boy Ack has been saying. Hold on, let me share my screen with y'all. This is funny. Ack says that the Drake stimulus package is dead. He says that stimulus package is dead. Let me see if it's going to show the video. All right, yeah. So fair use, by the way. Listen to this real quick. Fair use.
I think, no pun intended.
Hold up. Let me turn this up so y'all can hear it. Let me go back.
I think, no pun intended, Drake's wings slightly feel clipped, right? And it's like the stimulus package, the Drake stimulus package right now doesn't exist. So Drake going on Camila Cabello's track didn't do nothing. That's a fact. Didn't do nothing.
That's what Ack said, y'all. So yeah, he said that stimulus package is gone. And what Ack is talking about, see, they were saying that Drake and Camila Cabello, whatever her name is, they were supposed to have one of the songs of the summer or something like that. But then Kendrick came out, this beef had happened, and Drake had to put that on freeze. And then he unfreezed it after the battle was over, and it didn't chart well. It didn't chart well. Now it still had like 1 million streams, which is great. I mean, if I had 1 million streams, that'd be phenomenal for me. Make sure you go stream Rewind. You see Rewind right there. Go ahead and stream it. Get your boy streams up. But it was supposed to be this song of the summer, but no, not like us is that. And it's really not a good track if you ask me anyway. So yeah, the Sexyy Red song, that Drake has, it's a hit per se, but it's not charting nearly as high as the other Sexyy Red and Drake collaborations like Rich Baby Daddy and stuff like that. So it's a moderate success. This is all happening after Kendrick. Now, I think if this track, the You My Everything track, if that would have dropped before the Kendrick battle, it would have charted higher. So Ack, which is the biggest nutsack rider of Drake, he's one of the biggest Aubrey's Angels. He's saying that the stimulus package and is dead. Now, the stimulus package he's talking about, meaning like, hey, if you got Drake on your album or if you got Drake on your single, it's guaranteed success. It's gonna break records. It's gonna get a bunch of streams. So that's what Ack said. That's what Ack said. You said, wasn't Ack just saying don't talk to him in 6 months because Drake is gonna drop? So yeah, yep, exactly. Yep. You said that's only because Dot is the hottest rapper. They dropped that song later this year, next year would have been. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You said that you called Drake is gonna try to do a Toronto concert like K-Dot's before the end of the year will feature Lil Wayne. No one will care. Yeah, if he does that, it won't be as impactful as this Kendrick Lamar one. So Ack is concerned, man. Ack is really, really concerned. And let me see. Let's see. What else did he say? Ack also questioned him for being at the all-white party. I don't feel like finding that clip right now, but DJ Academics has said he was criticizing Drake for showing up to the all-white party that Michael Rubin. Did y'all see that? Let me see. They even said that Drake looked like he aged. Let me see. Is this program kind of running slow a little bit? Let me go to this. Hold on, y'all. Is it showing it? Is it going to show it for me? Is it going to show it for me? Hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah. Let me go here and share this screen with y'all. So I know it said fans are shocked how much Drake is aging. They say he looks so tired right here. They say he looks so aged, like it's really getting to him. I saw that. And if you're looking, I'm going to share a thumbnail that has Drake. You know, at the end, like when you lose in Street Fighter, he's by the, you know, your face is by the number and it says continue. They got Drake's thing right there. So yeah, but Ack is concerned. Ack is like, man, what's going on with Drake? He's showing up. You don't show up to no party, the all-white party with Michael Rubin, with the colonizers. Like he said, man, you should show up to like a cookout or something like that. You need to be around some brothers. That's what Ack is saying. So Ack is really concerned about Drake. Ack is really concerned about Drake, and I don't blame him. You know, he's questioning, you know, with the chart positions and the stimulus package not looking good, and then Drake trolling and all this. It's like, what is going on with Drizzy? And I think, honestly, just at this point, man, Drake has been backtracking so long. He wasn't ready to take a hit like this. He wasn't even in battle mode. That man was not in battle mode. He had just got off of the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time. I think that. Don't quote me on that. But he had just did that, you know, making history and stuff like that. So he wasn't in, he had just put out an album last year. So he may have been in album mode, but he wasn't in battle rap mode. So it's really concerning about Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like he's looking really, you know, I've seen other pictures of him smiling and stuff like that. But if you got academics questioning Drake, oh, it's a lot. Now, also, academics has said that Drake got some new music on the way. It's fire, all that other stuff. So, you know, it's BS. But one thing I want to get on Ack about, too. Ack just admitted that Kendrick didn't have bots. You know, that whole narrative they were creating after this dude came on, this white boy came on Academics podcast and say that, made up a lie. And I knew it was a lie. Common sense could tell you it's a lie because the math wasn't mathing. But he said that he was paid by Kendrick Lamar's team to fake streams so Kendrick could outdo Drake. Now, academics had to eat those words. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share this with you. And I want you to listen closely. Listen to this. Fair use.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I talked to my man from Spotify. I won't say the name right now, but legit Spotify nigga. He said, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what that person on your stream was talking about. Them streams, them Kendrick streams is real. That's what.
This is
That's
what I'm saying. What I did, I called the people that I know oversee those people that play like that, and I PTR'd it on my floor. They said, "Whack, we didn't work that. We didn't touch that."
Boom. Boom. So the fact that he had to admit that, let me go back and share my screen. He admitted that he called somebody or talked to somebody at Spotify and Kendrick's streams were all real. They weren't botting. So academics, he had to admit that, right? So now he's trying to backtrack and renege. Look at it. He says, to put it in context, no DSP, which is direct streaming platform, digital streaming platform, will ever admit that they counted or have counted fake streams. I know people there, so I ran it up the chain. But of course, they would say that. By the way, all the people who do digital marketing for artists who purchase fake streams to help inflate/promote artists also say when streams are faked. It's done that DSPs do not detect. There are a few embarrassing instances where it was found out that a few artists fake streams and it was announced. That is rare. Most of the time, is not detected, or if it is definitely not announced. So he's reneging. And he went on a rant talking about other stuff. He was like, I'll further discuss this on my stream today. Too many dick riders who are Kendrick or Drake fans who don't know the nuanced convo. Blase Skip. I keep telling everyone right now, rap is the steroid era with streaming. That's why it's a waste accusing one or two artists of botting or faking streams. Once in a while, one artist will wild the fuck out and go overboard and get about, 30% of all streams you see is fake. Okay, all that stuff. And he says, and yes, all other noise is BS. Drake new music on the way. It's fire trust. Nah. Stop, academics, stop. You need to be held accountable for spreading fake news. Why would you have that person on there and not fact check them? You were that gullible. See, you wanted Kendrick to be down so bad. You wanted Drake to win so much that you let just a random person come on and give you fake receipts and give you fake information without even thinking about it. You're supposed to be a numbers guy, DJ Academics. And I got respect for Academics. You know, he's a content creator just like I am. You know, I respect his grind and his hustle, but you can't go around spreading fake news. You could say allegedly, but you had a whole dude get on there and just lie. And it didn't even make sense. It didn't even register. I was like, because that's what Whack 100 was saying. You saw when I played this before, it's like those numbers don't add up. You said that he paid for 30 million streams, right? But he paid you $2,500. Like that don't even make, or was it lower than that? You know, he paid you a deposit. Like it don't even make sense. So don't try to renege and make it look like, oh yeah, you turn it into an industry thing. No, you need to be held accountable for spreading fake news. That's it. I hate when people do that. Don't try to include everybody and all the other stuff. No, man, you need to be held accountable for it. Kendrick didn't have bots. It's obvious that he didn't even need that. That's what Whack 100 was saying. Like, this is the highest profile rap beef of all time. Neither one of them needed to do any bots. Now, I'm not saying bots don't happen, of course. He is right in that regard. Yes, 30%, like 30% or whatever. It's like a lot of these artists use bots. But in this case, all eyes and ears were pointed at Kendrick and Drake. And they were going to break numbers and break records and do all that stuff anyway. Why would Kendrick need to have bots? And then my thing is this. Okay, he had bots for that time. What about the other time? All those people at the concert were bots. All the viewership now, like I listen to that song every other day in the gym. Am I a bot? I play that record. Everybody knows that record. Although people that I DJ in front of and play music for, are they bots? It just was capped. And academics shouldn't have went around spreading that. You know, all you had to do was say, hey, y'all, like my bad. I should have researched. Content creators mess up, players mess up too. It is what it is. But no, he tried to make it a whole industry thing and talk about Drake music on the way. We ain't trying to hear all that. Stop speaking about Drake. Like you OVO representative. You've been telling us new Drizzy about to drop this whole time, and it hadn't shooken up the game yet. It hadn't taken over the summer yet. So that gets on my nerves. That gets on my nerves, y'all. You say, oh, well, thank you. Thank you, my good brother. You say I'm better than that. I appreciate you. You said if a million likes was 2.5 thousand, I would have a million likes on some BS right now. Okay. Exactly. If $2,500 gets you 30 million streams, don't you think that it'll be way more artists out here, independent artists with millions and millions and millions of streams? If it was only 2,500, that don't even make sense. He would have need to pay you at least $100,000 for that to get 30 million streams. It just didn't add up and it didn't make sense. So yeah, academics, you need to be held accountable for that, bro. You got to be held accountable for that. Don't try to bring everybody else up in here. But yeah, Ak is concerned about Drake. Drake ain't looking too good right now. And that's where we at with it. It's a sad sight to see, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I mean, I don't really feel so, because I know Drake could do better. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how it matches up. But academics, yeah, you got to hold that L, bro. You definitely got to hold that L. All right, so let's move on. Let's talk about Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane recently went on Twitter, Instagram. I don't know where he was, but he said that he has $2 million to offer an artist if they want to sign to his label. Now, there's a reason that J Red put this skull right here. Why do y'all think that is? Gucci Mane offers $2 million for any upcoming rapper, singer, I don't know who he wants, but any artist. He has $2 million to give you or $2 million to invest in. And people were having a field day with that. And it's the reason I put that skull right there. Laker for life. Kev, y'all let me know what you think. Why I put the skull right there. Why did I put that skull right there? There's a reason I put that skull right there. If you are watching this on YouTube, hit that like button. If you're watching this on Facebook, do the same thing. Also, hit that share button for me, y'all. Good people, hit that share button for me. We up in here strong tonight. Heavy convo. So, yeah, you said it ain't real. Nah, it's because Gucci's label, people die or get locked up on that label. He had an artist that just died, passed away. I forgot what the young lady's name was, but I saw people all on the timeline like, that's a death wish if you sign to Gucci, And to be fair, that's not Gucci's fault. He tries to make a better life from these artists, and I think he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I wouldn't sign because it seems like it's some type of energy, some type of negative energy when you sign with Gucci, and I'd rather have my life than have $2 million. So that was the ongoing joke. You said I'm dumb. You right. No, yeah, that's the ongoing joke. It's like I saw people just like, look, don't sign to that man. You see bad stuff happens. Pooh Shiesty is locked up. He's had other artists that have been locked up or dead or whatever. And like I'm saying, it's not Gucci's fault. It's not Gucci's fault, but it does look very odd for it all to be on your label and all that bad stuff be happening. Because it doesn't have a history of producing success. It's not believable. No, it ain't that, Eddie. Shout out to my boy Eddie, man. Shout out to the Rattlers, LaFleur Rattlers. I got the Rattlers alumni thing on. That's my homie from high school and fellow Tomanville liver resident. I said liver resident. But yeah, that's why. A lot of people be like, I wouldn't sign with Gucci. He has a lot of bad luck. But anyway, let's get into another hot topic for today. Is Sexyy Red getting a wake-up call? Hold on. You know what? Let me edit that real quick. Getting canceled. Oh, no. I had that right. I'm tripping. I said I put tour, though. Hold on a second. Let me make sure right. All right. There we go. All right. So is Sexyy Red getting her nigga wake up call? Is Sexyy Red getting her nigga wake up call? Now, what are you talking about, J Red? What on earth are you talking about? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been reported that Sexyy Red's tour is getting canceled. On the verge of getting canceled. Now, Sexyy Red announced that she was going on tour like 2 weeks ago, and streaming. I mean, I said streaming, but numbers data from tour data. I'm gonna show y'all what it is. Here it is right here. So this is okay. So this came from tour data, and it says Sexyy Red's upcoming tour is reportedly on the verge of being canceled. Only 37.11% of the 85,217 tickets have sold. Are we surprised, ladies and gentlemen? Are we surprised? Now, the real question is, again, and she's denied it. Okay, you know what? Let me show you what she said. Let me show you what she said, to be fair. So, because I don't just want to leave a cliffhanger like that. It says, so she said, look, she said, my fans are buying tickets. We're doing just fine. We not canceling no tour. This canceling, she said, this canceling shit is all cap. All right. Also, she said, this how they try to do you when you go with an independent promoter and the bigger companies try to sabotage you. We not canceling shit. All right. Then she said, I did my touring deal with the black promoter, black owned company AG Entertainment, and now they playing dirty, paying pages spreading fake news to discourage my fans from buying tickets. I'm sorry, I be reading in Ebonics. So what she say? This thing said y'all misinterpreting. She not blaming the black-owned company. She basically said the other company's trying to spread false narratives because she's not working with them. Okay, all right. So Sexyy said all that, right? And I call Cap. Now, I'm not saying that I believe her with the whole on the verge of being canceled. Like that whole thing could be made up to sabotage her. That could be true. But two things can be true. The other thing is nobody's buying her tickets. Why is that happening? Because Sexyy Red does not have a real fan base. Sexyy Red does not have a real fan base, ladies and gentlemen. I've said this on my show before. Think about this, man. Sexyy Red is headlining a tour. This isn't popping up at a festival. This isn't popping up, opening up for somebody. This isn't doing sporadic appearances, club appearances. This is her going on a full-fledged tour. And guess what? These aren't arena tours. From my understanding, I looked at the tickets. These are all like, some of these are theaters, right? You would think somebody of her status, who's always in the media, always in the news, hit records, right? Played all the time. You would think that she would be able to headline her own tour. Wrong. I told DJ PM this. I saw her numbers for her last her project just came out like a couple of weeks ago. 22,000 the first week. What audience does Sexyy Red have? What audience? Now, I think that most people who enjoy her music, because some of her music is cool, ski, it's catchy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But who is her real fan base? Megan Thee Stallion has a real fan base. Who else? Cardi B has a real fan base. Nicki Minaj has a real fan base. Who is Sexyy Red's real fan base? And when I say fan base, people that stream her music all the time, who would pay $200 to $300 to see her perform, people who would get her tattooed on her, people who would defend her. Like the only thing people defend is her having fun, but she doesn't really have a core fan base. Her record sales should show you that. So her being on a tour, the only type of tour she could be on is if she's doing clubs. Let me keep it real. She don't have no real fan base, man. Not a real fan base. She probably has, I mean, she has listeners, of course, but if she had a real fan base, do you think that she would be selling 22,000 equivalent album units the first week with a Drake feature? This is her nigga wake-up call. What white people do is they push her because she's on Gamma. I'm keeping it a buck tonight. They push Sexyy Red and her music. Some of it's catchy, but she's a performative artist. She gets on there and coons on camera, you know, let's keep it real. That's what she does. And she's performative. All the ratchet stuff she does is all performative. And it doesn't really, they do that to make the black community look bad. Because think about this. And Eddie, if you're watching this right now, you can attest to this. We went to school with some of the most ratchet people you could think of. When you bring a ratchet person out the hood and take them on a private jet, are they going to want to be eating Popeyes? No. They're gonna want to eat something exquisite. It don't matter what hood you come from, how filthy you are. You're gonna clean yourself up. You take a ratchet chick out the hood and say, "Hey, I'm finna take you to Ruth's Chris. I'm finna take you to go to dinner. I made reservations." She's going to still be hood, but she gonna clean herself up. All the stuff Sexyy Red does appeals to white people. It appeals to white people because all black folks don't just act like that. You know, like you have ratchet, but she just does it over the top. Like, I'm gonna show up to the BET Awards with no shoes on, type of stuff. Well, I'm gonna say she has shoes on, but twerking in the audience in the aisle with my shoes off and stuff like that. Come on, man. Come on. Trina wouldn't do that. Trina ratchet. You got other ratchet females. City girls are ratchet, but they wouldn't do all that. They wouldn't do all that. You said she got the Section 8 audience. Exactly. Right? Exactly. She's trying to see what it is. Numbers don't lie. The statistics are already out there. It's showing 37.7% of how many it was. The reason that they said it's on the verge of getting canceled is because if you're selling that little in this time and you're supposed to go on tour next month, then you have to cancel the tour. It's too much money invested in it for you to keep going. So she's trying to save face right now to make up for her lack of ticket sales. Because the numbers don't lie. Though she didn't say those numbers weren't true. She just said my fans are buying tickets. But she didn't say, she said the tour, if you paid attention, she just saying that the tour is not getting canceled, which it isn't right now. But also, to play devil's advocate, a lot of people are having their tours canceled or show dates canceled. Hell, Metro Boom and the Future have the Like That song. That's one of the biggest songs in the country right now. And they had to cancel some tours. So if they are doing pretty good selling albums, right? Because they do like 100K the first week for each album. If they're doing good being on top of the charts and have a chart topping single and stuff like that, if they're doing good and they have to cancel tours, I'm sorry, not cancel tours, but if they have to cancel show dates, what makes you think Sexyy Red can sell tours, going on a headliner tour? What makes you think she can do that when her songs are not as big as them and her albums aren't selling as much as they are? Shout out to Go A16. She says she's an entertainer, not an artist. Entertainers' music don't last long. Exactly. You said we just had Moose Knuckle Monday. Yeah, exactly. Ice Spice ain't got no real fan base either. She don't. But Sexyy Red is getting her wake-up call. See, she's doing all that stuff that they want her to do, but the reality is you don't have a fan base. You're performative. They like you basically shucking and jiving. And the reason I also say this is because a lot of people got upset because Sexyy Red, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but people had something to say about Sexyy Red not winning best female artist or best new artist at the BET Awards. I can't remember if it was best new artist or best female artist or whatever. Tyler won over her. And people were just like, what? How? Sexyy Red has been having a high year. Sexyy Red has been having a high year. Now, Tyler has been having a high year too, right? But Sexyy Red in the hip hop world and all this, you seeing Sexyy Red on WWE, all this other stuff. But what it shows is that, yeah, Sexyy, we'll push you. Winning awards? Oh no. Nah, you ain't for that. You're not winning anything prestigious. We ain't finna let you win all that. We'll let Tyler, who ain't even from America, she's not even foundational Black American, but we'll let her come over here and not talk about colorism and all this other stuff. We'll let her come and win an award over you, even if you're hotter than her. When you say Sexyy Red, everybody has something to say, whether it's good or bad. Everybody knows that. The average person doesn't know Tyler. They may know her song Water or Truth or Dare, but they may not know her name is Tyler. That's why some people were baffled, because Sexyy Red got all these hits and stuff. But guess what? It's all performative. They want you to do that. That proves that you're helping the agenda. Going up and showing up at schools, you're supposed to know better, but I say she probably don't. She's being used as a pawn to spread an agenda. That's all that it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all that it is. Eddie said, BET didn't want to celebrate the persona of Sexyy Red. Tyler represents women of color in a light that BET wants to be associated with and can market. Oh, yeah. See, BET will have you shucking and jiving, which BET is white on. They'll have Sexyy Red performing, which they had. They had her on stage, but winning an award? Nah. So Sexyy has to realize the position that she's in and know that she's being used. Now, maybe she don't care, but its reality is going to sink in with her, because all it takes is for somebody to do exactly what she does to get her up out the paint. You know, somebody who does exactly what she does and is more talented than who she is. And then Sexyy who? Sexyy red. They could be sexy green, sexy blue, sexy purple, gold, black, whatever. Right. So yeah, man. Sexyy red, she's been using it. She's getting exposed right now. Numbers don't lie. I had one of my line brothers going back and forth with me talking about some, no, man, I know somebody in the inside. She just gave money to man. Nah. People aren't in large bulk finna go see Sexyy Red. They'll listen to you. They'll listen to you and be like, oh, okay, yeah, Sexyy jamming. Like, I love Ski. I love my pussy pink booty hole brown. I love that, right? Pound Town. I love what's that? Get It Sexy. I dance to that every weekend, right? But Sexyy Red in town, you want to go see her? Who gonna be there? Sexyy Red and Honcho. How much are the tickets? $200. How much are the tickets? $60. Nah, I'll stream it. People would rather spend $600, $200 at the club to buy a bottle than go to a Sexyy Red concert. Because what are you going to see? She's not that talented. You know, now, like I said, she makes catchy music. I don't think she's talented per se. But you take all that away, and what do you have with Sexyy Red? And I've been telling folks, but like I said, if you go to the record sales, that still determines some things. That record sales determines your reach. And if you're selling all these hits and you're doing 22,000 the first week, nah. So yeah, I was right about that. I was right. Wish I had some other people on here to talk about it. I gotta get DJ PM back on here. I was talking to my homeboy Coop the Trill about that because he from St. Louis too. But yeah, man. Sexyy Red is being used. So let's move on and talk about that. Talk about something else. Now, Busta Rhymes. Did y'all see Busta Rhymes going off during his performance at Essence Festival? Excuse me. I just ate dinner, so I'm a little bubbly right here. So excuse me if I belch a little bit. But yeah, I'm not gonna play the video because he got so much cussing going on, and they will limit your monetization on a video if you play all that. But you go, Busta Rhymes appeared at the Essence Festival. And the crowd, now to be fair, some of the crowd wasn't there. I think he was the one in the beginning, but he stopped his performance saying, hey, y'all need to get up. Why y'all not dancing? Y'all need to be getting up. Queen, get up right here. Get off those phones. I wanted to see, I come from an era where there wasn't no phones and all this other stuff. And I saw another video where Busta was going off on some people and talking about y'all being on your phones too much. I'm like, Busta, listen, man. People aren't gonna put their phones down. It's a different time, different era. Now I've been to a Busta Rhymes show. He came with Nas and Wu-Tang. Busta is the best. I've said it before. He's the best performer in hip hop. His shows are crazy, right? But I don't know if it's him opening up for certain people or the certain areas he's in. But you can't expect people to just put their phones up. You know, I want that, but you stopping your show in the midst of telling people to put their phones up and get out of being in 2024 and take it back to 1997. That ain't gonna happen, Busta. That is not going to happen. You said Busta can't accept it. It's not. Yeah, it's not, bro. It's not. People are gonna have their phones out. You don't even got to go to concerts no more because people will record the whole damn concert with their phone. People record their whole vacation with their phone. Now, I'll film some stuff, me having fun, you know, different things like that. But we're in a day and age to where this matters more than this. See, people try to get this to make you have these, but experiencing something isn't the same anymore. It's not, and it won't go back to 1997. It won't, unless something crazy happens to where we can't use cell phones anymore, but they're designed to keep us glued into the phones. So at concerts, people are going to turn up and have their phones out like this. You know, maybe that audience didn't want to see you, Busta. I don't know. But to stop your whole performance based off of people sitting down or being on their phone and stuff like that, you can't help it. And you're wasting your time and theirs. All right. So that's, you know, that's messed up. But, you know, it is what it is with that. Now, also what happened at the Essence Festival, I know y'all saw, you've been talking, I've talked about this before, man, about the Hot Boys reunion. And I've been telling people don't expect that anytime soon. So Juvenile, so it was supposed to be this Cash Money reunion, right? They never announced that the Hot Boys reunited, but I think it was just Birdman, Manny Fresh, and Cash Money, right? So we were thinking that we were going to see the Hot Boys reunite: Turk, BG, Wayne, Juvie, and the Big Timers. I was really looking forward to that. I wasn't at the Essence Festival, still hadn't been yet, but I want to go. But we thought we were going to get the Cash Money Millionaires coming back, and this would have been the perfect time to do it, but it fell flat. And it's because of inner turmoil that's going on with the group. BG and Turk, they not getting along. BG went on a little rant saying that Turk, knows what he did last summer on some movie stuff. I don't know what Turk did, but Turk responded to him. And I'm gonna say this, man. Also, so what happened? Well, let me tell you what happened. So Birdman was out there, Manny Fresh was out there, Juvenile was out there, and I think BG came out. But Wayne was at the Essence Festival, but he didn't come out with them. He waited till they got off stage, and he performed as Lil Wayne representing Young Money. That's what Lil Wayne did. Wayne, I think from my understanding from inside sources, they're saying that since if Turk wasn't going to be a part of it, then he wasn't going to do it. He's not going to do a half-ass Hot Boys reunion. He wants Turk to be there. So until they get their business right, Wayne is like, hey, I'm finna do my thing. Can't blame Wayne for that. Wayne don't even need them, to be honest. It's just for the nostalgia purposes. We would love to see that. I know I would love to see that. Hit that like button if you would love to see a Hot Boys reunion. Now, Juvenile had appeared, I think he was at a show. So he appeared with Turk like a couple of days after that. I saw that. So him and Turk had some business together. So him and Turk are on good terms. But BG and Turk ain't seeing eye to eye. And I think Birdman and Turk ain't seeing eye to eye. Now, a while ago, Juvenile had said that the Hot Boys were working on a new album. He said that they were working on a new album. In my mind, I was thinking that was cap because not too long, like a few weeks after that, they asked Lil Wayne recently about the Hot Boys recording an album. He said, what? We record? I wasn't aware of that. And I'm like, see there, bro. Like, they not about to look, don't get your hopes up this year. I say maybe next year when they iron things out, but I'm not expecting a Hot Boys reunion no time soon. Turk, when he got out, and some people feel like Turk feels a certain way because of how Birdman catered to BG when BG got out of jail, but Turk had a rough patch. I think Turk had to go to court with Baby to sue for royalties or whatever. And they ended up getting it worked out, but Turk was talking stuff about Birdman and stuff like that. But when BG got out of jail, he had $1 million in his account, and Birdman was ready to get to work with him. So maybe Turk has some resentment towards that, but they ain't finna get back together no time soon, especially for no album. Shout out to my partner right here, Jeremy Stratford. You said a new album isn't necessary, just bring the reunion. Exactly. That's how I feel. I do not want a new album from them. They're not going to sound the same. Wayne is just way past that. Like, Wayne has a completely different style than the Lil Wayne from back then. We just want a reunion concert, do some pop-up shows. I'm not even expecting a Cash Money tour because I know y'all niggas can't get along. I just want y'all to do some pop-out shows, maybe at Louisiana Fest, Wheezy Mania, whatever they call that, or you could have did this stuff like at the Essence Festival or whatever, one music festival. If y'all could do the Hot Boys reunion or a Cash Money reunion at that time, man, y'all got my money. I'm spending all my coins for that. Sounds like Bone can't ever get along. I was looking forward to this day. Yep, exactly. They're the same. But at least with Bone, you got 4 people that are always on code and, Busy be doing his thing, but they can't get it together. They can't. This was supposed to be the year of Bone and Hot Boys because Bone, this is the 30th year anniversary, but they can't get their stuff together. Not all the way. But Hot Boys is way worse than that. I think because you got 2 penitentiary dudes, which is BG, who just got out, and Turk, who got out it's been like 10 years now. But they ain't going to be able to coexist. So just give us a couple of shows, maybe a documentary, and we good. We are good. No Hot Boys album. Y'all not gonna be able to do that for y'all can't be around each other like that for that long. Y'all can't do it for that long. For real. So yeah, but yes, I'm looking for Bone. We are in July, so the year is already halfway over. So hopefully they can do something. I've been buying my Bone merch. Go 816. I don't know if you have, but I bought my L Burner shirt and I bought my Choose Humbly United Gathering Souls shirt. So yeah, I've been doing that. But yeah, you know what? Let's take a intermission break right now. Let me show y'all this part 2 video that I did to Is this not letting me in? Oh my, is my Instagram tripping? All right, yeah, I ain't gonna play it, right? Let me, you know, you know what? Let me go to YouTube and play it. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me for a second. I was trying to play something from my you know what? Nah, you know what? Is this gonna play for me right here? Yeah, it'll play for me. Hold on. It'll play for me. Hold on. This is gonna be part 2 to my song Toxic Love. So I played part 1 a couple of weeks ago, but this is part 2 to Toxic Love, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here you go. Fair use because it's my own thing. Listen to this. Watch it. What's more important, the fact that you only live once and you might as well get what you want, or the fact that you got somebody that'll ride for you, not your first choice, but somebody that provides for you? It's a dilemma when the wrong feels the right way, saying this is over till I wrap you with my warm embrace, because you know you the good girl that got away. You still desire the attention that you get from me, and ain't nobody that can touch you like I do. Pleasing that body, I'm the one that holds the title. That shit right there is the motherfucking problem, cause we both know nothing's ever gonna blossom. The ball was in my court about a decade ago, but I was in my player stage entertaining the hoes. And now we can't go back and turn the hands of time. It's always hard to make the next time the last time. I ain't what you need, but you want it. I ain't what you want, but you need it. I ain't what you need, but you want it. I ain't what you want, but you need it. Yeah. All right, so that's Toxic Love part. That's the part 2. That's my second verse of Toxic Love. Hey, Kevin T, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's real. It's real. It hit you right here. When I was in the mode of making that song, you know, it's real life. We've been through those situations before, so yeah, man. I knew it was gonna resonate to certain people that goes through that, you know, go through that stuff. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure that you go and stream that for me. It's called Toxic Love. You just type in my name on social media platform. I mean, on streaming platforms. Type in J Red Toxic Love. The EP is called Red Velvet, R3D Velvet. So make sure that you check that out. Speaking of which, let's talk about Ryan Garcia. Have y'all been seeing Ryan Garcia, the racist rant that he went on? Did y'all see that? So of course I'm not gonna play it, but let's see. Ryan Garcia went on a racist rant. Dropping the N word like crazy. So, you know, I'm not surprised. A lot of these folks be racist, you know, especially that you don't want to keep going with that whole black and brown narrative because you see what brown get you. But yeah, man. So Ryan Garcia apologizes. He apologized for going on this racist rant, and his apology was so lame. Let me see what he said. He says that I'm misunderstood. I just got a lot of trauma, and it's been a tough couple of months, as everyone can tell. But I am sorry. I struggle with substance abuse, and it's hard for me with everything going on. This sucks, but all I can do is be better and stop using stupid words and letting some people in my circle hype me up. Sorry, everyone that I offended. I still stand on stopping black on black crime. And I hate pedos, so that will always remain something I stand on. What about black on black crime made you feel that you could say the N-word? And substance abuse, drinking alcohol or smoking weed or doing drugs doesn't make you racist. That don't make you racist to spit out racial slurs. That's already in here. Now, liquor could bring out the truth in you. Drugs could probably make your mind bring out the truth, but that doesn't make you a racist. I'm not going to snort crack and be like, oh, white folks are the devil, they crackers or whatever. That's something that I would already feel. But me just being like, oh, I'm going to start calling black niggas the N-word. I'm going to just kick you nigga. How does substance abuse make you racist? And then you talk, I still stand on black crime, but you dissing black people. That don't even make sense. That makes no sense. You said Ryan been feeling that way. He apologized to keep his bag. Yep. Oh, yeah. Hulk Hogan. Eddie, I'm glad that you said that. I forgot to add that. Hold on a second. Let me add this. So yeah, speaking of Ryan Garcia, Hulk Hogan, racist again? Again? Yes. Hulk Hogan. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Hulk Hogan. Let me see. Okay, y'all, hold on a second. Hulk Hogan was accused of being racist. He is accused of firing an influencer for Real American Beer. Now, his spokesman denies it was racially motivated, but I call cap because this isn't the first time he's been in this bubble. So let me see if it's gonna show the TikTok. Let me see. So in one TikTok video, it says Hulk Hogan paid you to be a brand ambassador and cancel your contract the next day because he realized you were a black brand. An ambassador wrote, it says Hulk Hogan paid me to be a brand ambassador and this happened. My contract was for a week. After one day of promoting his brand, he canceled my contract because I don't know why, but these are the new brand ambassadors he hired, and it was white girls. So yeah, Hulk Hogan is back to his racist stuff. So he hired that woman, realized she was black, took pictures with her, and then fired her. And then the text message she received, they were saying, we don't know, we just decided to end the contract, whatever. And then she looked on like the next day they were doing it, and they didn't cancel the events. They kept them going, but it was with all white girls. And this black girl looked fine as hell too. So it's no surprise. Excuse me. Y'all know what happened last time with Hulk Hogan. He got caught talking about his daughter Brooke Hogan dating a nigger. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to date no nigger and all that other stuff. So it's no surprising. It's not surprising. You say, yeah, peaceful is why Garcia is messed up inside. White people, please stop the corny shit. Please. Exactly. Can you say that again? She was bad. She was bad. I just don't feel like looking for the TikTok, but bro, she was bad. I'm like, why wouldn't you want her to represent? She looked better than all the white girls he hired. So I know it was racism. That girl was fine. And I was like, damn, I need her to put on a Reds View shirt. I got to reach out to her. But last thing I want to cover, speaking of racism, the black community has congregated and we decided to trade. Nah, I'm sorry. We ain't trading. We just want him out of our race group. We want Stephen A. Smith up out of here. Did y'all see him cooning over the whole O.J. Simpson thing? So Stephen A. Smith got mad at BET for honoring O.J. Simpson. Now, the BET Awards, you know, they honor people every year who passed away. It was a lot of people this year, but one of the names was O.J. Simpson. Now, O.J. Simpson was found innocent. You know, he was found. I mean, he was found not guilty. But you know, white people don't like taking an L, so they always ridiculed him and feel that he did it, even though it was proven he didn't, and even though it wasn't humanely possible to do what he did. You know, so whatever it was, right? Stephen A. Smith had an issue with it, saying that they shouldn't have honored him. And the black community is looking at him like, why? Why not? He couldn't even give a good reason. He just felt like cooning. So my thing is this, black folks, don't get enraged with Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith's job is to rile you up, to get you upset, to bring in viewership to his platform. If you notice, that man has been bucking his eyes and cooning a lot lately. Have you paid attention to that? The past few weeks, he's talked about Will Smith. He's been saying some of the most racist stuff. Putting black folks under the bus. Now, he's done it before. That's his MO. He's done it before, but it's been a lot now, especially with this O.J. Simpson thing. So, yeah, I'm not even getting mad at the thing no more. I know what he's doing. See, he's trying to build his platform up off of controversy. He looked at what Shannon Sharp did. Shannon Sharp didn't have to coon to do it, though, but since he doesn't interview people on the show and stuff like that, he knew in his mind, hey, how can I get people to tune into my show? How can I get clickbait? Say the most controversial things about black people, you know, and what he said about Will Smith about as far as we're not forgiving it, like I can't forgive you, I can't watch your movies, nigga. So don't watch his movies, Stephen A. I did a whole video about that. Then he had to come and apologize, but you know, notice the pattern. He says something, and directly after that, what does he do? He'll go live again and address the people who had something to say about him. Every single person. He addressed Willie D. He addressed I forgot who else he talked about. It was somebody else who called him out, but he was responding to the black community, but that brings viewership. That's his whole shtick right now is controversy, because Think about this. Would you regularly, outside of ESPN, would you give a damn about what Stephen A. Smith has to say about anything in the culture? Think about, would you care anything about what Stephen A. Smith has to say about rap, hip hop, black people, whoever? We don't care. Talk about sports. And he be cooning doing that, but we don't care. So what does he do? He says something controversial, and then it gets the black community upset. He addresses the black community, and whatever celebrity calls him out. He went at Faizon Love. Yeah, that's who it was. Faizon Love, Willie D. But you can make several videos. See me, what I do? I talk about topics, and then I break them down into different segments and display them, distribute them on my channel. That helps viewership. You know, it may be controversial with the topics, but I don't sit and try to say controversial things. I just say what's on my mind, which happens sometimes to be controversial. So that's why I'm anti-red, right? But it's called Red's View for a reason. People are going to disagree. Some people will agree. But you see, I have you kind people with me right now. Most of you all agree with me. I took the poll. I took a poll of how many people agree with me versus people who disagree with me, and most people agree with me. That's my subscribers. That's my base, right? But his thing is controversy. You don't care about what, like I say, you don't care. Sometimes in sports, I'm not gonna lie, I care about what he says in sports. He's been doing it for years, right? But when it comes to race, when it comes to entertainment, I don't give a damn what Stephen A. Smith has to say. So it's all a part of his plan. You can't even give it no attention. I just figured out it's all marketing at the end of the day. You said the man been found not guilty, plus the detectives being convicted for tampering with the evidence. Thank you. Not to mention a serial killer by the name of Glenn Rogers working for them. Yep, exactly. We could go through. We know this. We know this. So why would you get mad for BET for honoring somebody who was found innocent? He wasn't found guilty, and his whole thing was he was saying that he wasn't black. He's OJ. That don't matter. Nobody was on OJ's side because we liked OJ at that time. People were on his side because they knew that the system of white supremacy was trying to take down an innocent black man, no matter if he was a coon or not. That's it. OJ was cooning, but it wasn't about him. It was the state of black America and justice. If a coon is getting dealt with by white people or whatever, and it could directly impact black Americans, foundational black Americans, then we gonna get on code and be like, okay, well, hopefully the coon gets off. That's all it was with OJ. So yeah, he tried to do all that, dispel all that. We ain't trying to hear all that, Stephen A. We ain't trying. Stephen A. Smith is a nice Roland Martin. Yes, indeed. Yes. Roland Martin, Stephen A. Smith are the same person, pretty much. Roland is a tad bit better, but because Roland coons too. He's just more on the Democratic side. But yeah, Stephen A. Smith, certified lover boy, certified coon. That's exactly what he is. So, black folks, don't get riled up. You know he's going to say something controversial, but he does this more often than ever. And that's because he wants viewership on his podcast outside of ESPN. Because nobody watches that unless he's talking about sports. But I can't blame him. Hold on, what you say? Nah, Roland is a coon, bro. He's a coon. But I can't blame him for wanting to get viewership, but don't use the black community for leverage, bro. Don't do that. But he's a tether. He's not from here anyway. So yeah. Eddie, yeah. He's A5A, but he's paper though. Isn't he paper? I have him on video saying that he's paper. Do y'all rep him? Come on now. He's paper, Eddie. But yeah, man. Yeah. I got a new logo that I'm gonna debut soon, part of my anti-red campaign. So y'all get ready for that. And y'all listen, got a special surprise for you on Sunday. Something that I'm doing on Sunday, right? I'm gonna post it on my channel. I'm gonna let y'all know. Just know that it's something new that I'm embarking on. All right. I'm excited about it. So you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. I don't want to spoil it right now. Just want to make sure everything goes well. But I got an event. I'm just gonna say I have an event that I'm doing on Sunday. All right. It's not music, right? I got some more music coming later, but it's not music. It's something different. But I'm gonna keep you posted, and I'm gonna, record it and everything like that. So you gonna see it, man. But I'm really, really excited about it. Taking a stab at this thing. So you'll see it. But yeah, man, shout out to all my subscribers, man. I love the engagement. Y'all keep this channel going. Keep it Keep it afloat. Thank you, Kevin T, my supporters and stuff like that, man. I still got some Reds View t-shirts too. I think I got like one large. I got a couple of medium and some small. So if y'all need a Reds View t-shirt, I'm letting them go for like $15. Y'all let me know if y'all want any. If you want to order some, I'll put that on my channel and everything like that, man. But thank you for my day ones and then all my new supporters and things like that. Y'all keep this channel going. Every week, you're tuning in, you're commenting, you're sharing, and I can't thank you more enough. All right. So I will see y'all next week, same time, same place. If God prohibits it, something happens, it is what it is, but you'll be seeing me. But thank you, everybody, for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/RedsView if you have not already. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe and also hit the like button for my replay gang. Shout out to Maya. I know you're going to see this, the replay gang. Shout out to Ashley Carver, everybody. Make sure you check it out, all right? Follow me on Instagram as well, JAYR3D, JAYR3D if you have not already. And then follow me on all the other social media platforms as well, all right? So, yeah, I will holler at y'all, man. Y'all take care. Have a productive week. This is J Red Reds View signing out.